a city comes into being because each of us is not self-sufficient, but needs many things. So, needing many things, we gather many persons into one dwelling place, as partners and as helpers. And to this common settlement, we give the name of city. The process began a good long time ago, and modestly enough, with a study of the pieces. And then the planner Donald Woolbrink saw in his mind's eye what others of his time did not see, which was how all the pieces could become one.
We had a place to work, and a place to live. We had ideal areas for residential development and an ideal area for industrial development. Then it occurred to us, and I really remember almost the moment, when I realized that it's the interfacing of people doing together what they couldn't do individually. That was the concept. This is to be a complete, interrelated new city.
A venture called Campbell Industrial Park filled an unmet need in a well-planned way. H1 was built. The harbor at Barber's Point was dredged from the earth. The infrastructure of the Ko'olina Resort was developed in one enormous stroke. The idea of a business park took hold, and housing starts doubled and doubled and doubled again. And there was a place to work and a place to live. And Donald Woolbrink's plan was no longer a lofty ideal, but a guiding vision.
A complete new city.
Well, you don't get to design a city every day, and the challenge was to ask ourselves the question, what is a Hawaiian city? And one of the ways we did this was to look into the tradition of Hawaiian architecture and define something we have come to call kama'aina architecture. In other words, the architecture of the people of the land. And for the first time, define a city that would embrace this kind of architecture and enrich it for the benefit of our people.
As a city inspired by Hawaii, Kapolei is an out-of-doors garden of a city with generous public spaces in the classical tradition. The call of a vision is to act on that vision. A city beckons us with the word opportunity. We dream of lives brightened by opportunity. Life may bring a golden opportunity. Opportunity knocks.
Thanks to the vision, all that work and investment that's gone in is now bearing fruit.
I remember in 1990, 91, looking down and seeing just cane fields. And then we could see plots of land being apportioned out for the villages of Kapolei. And then you could see the large buildings coming in, like the Campbell building coming in, and really putting a lot of money and investment and design into that.
And we'd sell maybe 5 a month, 4 a month. Now, it's amazing. The demand is terrific.
The region alone has been responsible for as many as 12,000 construction jobs and has generated more than $2.5 to $3 billion in terms of spending.
All of the elements come together digitally and are then transmitted on dedicated lines to Kapolei, or by satellite, depending upon where the files are coming from. So the speed and the flexibility of digitalization allows us to be out in Kapolei. We bring newsprint in by barges, truck it right into our warehouse, stack it, and we're ready to go.
We thrive on growth. And what's more important as a banker, though, is sustainable. There's a substantial amount of land, there's growth opportunities there in people. It's a sustainable growth over a long period of time.
The opportunities of Kapolei are based on infrastructure for a new era of human settlement. The practice of conservation has been incorporated to to save and stretch the water resource. Kapolei is designed for recycling materials and retrieving energy. The region is laced with bikeways and walkways. And Kapolei is linked directly to centers of technology around the globe by fiber optics and high-speed data transmission, which is the factual basis of the words smart city. A civic center, parks, schools, a remarkable commitment to child care, all are becoming part of Kapolei.
We had this vision that, if we couldn't take the children to see the world, then we wanted to bring the world to Kapolei.
The citizens of ancient Athens were so bound up in their idea of a city that they made a vow to strive for the ideals and sacred things of the city, and to transmit the city not less but greater, better, and more beautiful than it was transmitted to us. Today we are creating a city in context of our own particular traditions. The Polynesians voyaged the Pacific in pursuit of their word for homeland.
Savaiki, Savai, Hawaii.
James Campbell, departing Ireland at the age of 13 for the New World, landed in Hawaii from a whaling ship and thought he would stay and work as a carpenter. Wave after wave of migrants followed their visions and their words. The land of sandalwood mountains, a place called paradise. Our vow is to fulfill the ideals and opportunities of a Hawaiian city, and to do so with verve, optimism, and goodwill. And Kapolei will sing for different people with different needs who come together as partners and as helpers. It will sing for those who come together here in common purpose to live, to work, and to play.